Wayne Carini is famous for fixing up old cars, and his popular TV show is called Chasing Classic Cars. He has built a great name as one of the best car-fixing guys that people trust. But even though he's a well-known expert and amazing at fixing cars, this all changed when some court problems and big troubles came rushing at Wayne when he didn't expect it. What happens when that trust gets put at risk? Let's find out what really happened to Wayne, and how did his chasing classic cars get mixed up in so much trouble. Wayne Carini was born on October 13, 1951 in Portland, Connecticut. From when he was little, he was around cars all the time because his dad, Robert Bob Carini, owned a shop that fixed and made old American cars look new again in Glastonbury, Connecticut. Growing up around these cars, Wayne fell in love with old cars. When he was just 9 years old, he had a really special time riding in a 1960 Ferrari Rosso Chiaro 250 SWB. This made him love Ferraris and old cars for his whole life. Wayne's early time working with his dad was really important for what he would do when he grew up. From when he was young, he helped fix famous and valuable cars like Duesenbergs, Lincoln Packards, and Ford Model A's. This hands-on work helped him get better at his skills and learn a lot about how to carefully fix and take care of these old cars. His dad's love and knowledge made Wayne want to respect and protect the history of these cars. This strong family influence made Wayne want to keep the tradition of really good car fixing alive, which later became the heart of his own work and success. After finishing school at Central Connecticut State University, Wayne first thought about becoming a teacher. But his love for cars brought him back to the family business. In 1973, he took over his dad's shop and turned it into a place known for fixing up old cars. Wayne had learned how to fix Ferraris from his teacher, François Sicard, who used to be a Ferrari racing mechanic and is known as one of the top Ferrari experts on the East Coast. He also learned from his close friend Luigi Chinetti Jr., whose dad, Luigi Chinetti Sr., won the 1949 24 Hours of Le Mans for Ferrari and started the first Ferrari dealership in the U.S. Over time, he made his business bigger to work on fancy and rare cars and even had famous customers like David Letterman and tennis star Ivan Lendl. Since then, Wayne's reputation for careful, really good work and being real led him to start 3 businesses in Portland, Connecticut. He owns and runs F40 Motorsports, Continental Auto, and Carini Coachworks. His motorsports business buys and sells old and classic cars. It is a special dealership that focuses on these cars. The company puts together a collection of rare, historically important, and collectible cars, giving car lovers and collectors access to some of the most famous cars from car history. Besides selling, the business also provides services like telling how much cars are worth, helping sell cars for people, and giving expert help for car collectors. His Continental Auto, however, is a repair shop that works on high-end and exotic cars. It is a top car repair and maintenance place that specializes in high-end luxury and exotic cars. It's known for its expert workers and the newest diagnostic equipment. The shop fixes brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and other performance or luxury cars. With a focus on being perfect, quality, and personal customer service, the repair company takes care of customers who expect really careful care and top-level expertise for their special cars. Wayne's third business, Carini Coachworks, is also a restoration shop where he spends most of his time. It is a well-known car restoration shop, recognized for its careful craftsmanship and dedication to keeping the heritage of classic and old cars alive. It is the main workshop where Wayne spends most of his time watching over restoration projects and working closely with skilled craftsmen to bring rare and historically important cars back to their original glory. Carini Coachworks combines old-style techniques with modern precision to deliver concourse-level restorations. From finding real parts to handcrafting custom parts, the shop has earned a reputation among collectors and enthusiasts for its attention to detail, historical accuracy, and passion for car excellence. Although Wayne enjoys restoring cars, he personally likes original unrestored cars better. These rare cars are often featured in the special preservation class at car shows across the country and are the main focus of Wayne's personal collection. Talking about personal things at home, Wayne is not only a skilled professional, but also a deeply loving husband and a caring father to his 2 daughters. Family plays a big role in his life, and he takes great pride in the close bond they share. Wayne and his family live in a rustic, handcrafted log house nestled in the peaceful countryside of Connecticut. Amazingly, he built the house himself years ago, putting in years of dedication, craftsmanship, and care to create a warm and welcoming home where countless family memories have been made. Beyond his family life, Wayne is passionately involved in supporting autism research and awareness. His commitment to this cause is heartfelt and personal. He dedicates a lot of his time to helping organize and run car shows and other car-related fundraising events, using his love for cars to bring people together for a greater purpose. These events raise important funds for programs and services that help both children and adults living with autism. Wayne's inspiration for this ongoing advocacy comes from his younger daughter, who was diagnosed with autism at a very early age. Her journey has deeply influenced him, fueling his desire to make a positive impact not just for her, but for others in similar situations. His efforts reflect a father's love, strength, and determination to improve the lives of those affected by autism and to support the broader community through compassion and action. Wayne is deeply involved in the car enthusiast community and takes an active role in many car clubs across the region. He regularly participates in car shows, exhibitions, and meetups, not just to share his passion for classic and collector cars, but also to inspire younger generations to take an interest in the hobby. Wayne firmly believes that without youth involvement, the rich tradition of car collecting could gradually disappear. To prevent this, he dedicates time to mentoring and educating young people about the history, craftsmanship, and cultural value of collector cars. In addition to his outreach with young enthusiasts, Wayne has recently turned his attention toward helping families with children with special needs. He's been working to raise awareness about how collector cars can be used as valuable assets when placed in a special needs trust. By doing this, he hopes to show families that their cherished cars can not only be enjoyed in the present, but also provide long-term benefits and financial security for their loved ones in the future. Wayne aims to merge his passion for cars with purposeful planning that supports and empowers families facing unique challenges. Before launching his popular television series Chasing Classic Cars, Wayne had already begun making a name for himself, on-screen through appearances in 2 one-hour television specials that aired on Discovery's HD Theater channel. The first was Monterey Week, which spotlighted the excitement and prestige surrounding the world-famous Monterey Car Week, including events like the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance and high-end collector car auctions. The second special, the Aicha, World's Most Expensive Cars, took viewers inside the exclusive world of ultra-rare and highly valuable cars, offering insight into what makes certain cars so desirable and commanding such extraordinary prices. These early appearances helped introduce Wayne to a broader audience and laid the groundwork for what would become his long-running and widely acclaimed show, focused on classic car discovery, restoration, and storytelling. For a long time, everything seemed to be going smoothly for Wayne. Life was stable. He was doing well professionally, providing for his family and keeping a low profile. He focused on his work, stayed out of trouble, and avoided unnecessary risks or distractions. By all accounts, he was on a steady, positive path. But just when things appeared to be firmly under control, an unexpected turn of events disrupted that calm. Trouble didn't sneak up on him quietly. It came knocking loudly and directly, forcing him to confront challenges he hadn't seen coming. Wayne's legal troubles began with what appeared to be a straightforward transaction involving a rare 1934 Pierce Arrow coupe. However, the story actually started years before Wayne ever became involved. Back in 2000, an Australian antique car collector paid $98,000 for the rare car. The seller, a man named Gary, was supposed to deliver the car as agreed. Instead, he fraudulently registered the car in his own name, cutting out the rightful buyer, Richmond, entirely. For years, the car remained hidden from public view, and Richmond was left without the car he had paid for. Fast forward to 2017. Gary, now facing financial hardship, decided to sell the car. Wayne, now a respected figure in the vintage car community and owner of multiple companies, was contacted to appraise the car. Unaware of its tangled past, Wayne evaluated the car at between $110,000 and $120,000. When it went up for sale, he decided to buy it himself. Unfortunately, Wayne didn't know that Gary's ownership documents were forged. Gary had fraudulently obtained paperwork to make it appear he was the legal owner, and Wayne, acting in good faith, believed the sale was legitimate. The situation escalated in 2018 when Richmond, the original buyer, managed to trace the car and discovered it had changed hands several times. Frustrated and determined to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his, Richmond filed a lawsuit. Wayne, his company F40 Motorsports, and several other parties were named as defendants. The legal battle brought to light years of shady dealings surrounding the Pierce Arrow coupe. Court documents later revealed that Wayne had acted without malicious intent and genuinely believed the documents were authentic. Still, the court required him to assist in refunding part of the disputed payment to help resolve the case. This incident highlighted just how easily trust can be exploited in the world of classic car sales. Even experienced professionals like Carini can be pulled into legal and financial turmoil due to falsified paperwork and under-the-radar transactions. While Wayne was ultimately cleared of any wrongdoing, the case damaged his reputation and cast a shadow over his business F40 Motorsports. Beyond Wayne's personal involvement, the controversy underscored vulnerabilities in the vintage car market. The lack of standardized verification procedures, unreliable documentation, and the complex history of ownership can all become significant liabilities. Collectors and dealers alike were reminded of how vital due diligence is in such high-value transactions. In the end, the Pierce Arrow case became a cautionary tale that revealed how easily the classic car world's reliance on trust and documentation can be manipulated, with lasting consequences for everyone involved. In a later interview with the Hartford Courant, Wayne emphasized the critical importance of documentation in the classic car industry. Any dealer in this business needs to trust the paperwork, he explained. You can't always know the full history of a car, but you rely on the documents as proof. These words reflect a hard truth. Even seasoned professionals can unknowingly find themselves entangled in legal troubles when documentation is incomplete or unclear. One such incident involved a Pierce Arrow vehicle, which became the center of a high-profile ownership dispute. The media attention surrounding the case cast doubt on Wayne's credibility, despite the fact that the legal proceedings ultimately found no direct fault in his actions. Still, the public scrutiny was particularly damaging in a field where reputation is paramount. The case highlighted a deeper challenge within the car restoration market, balancing passion with due diligence. It served as a stark reminder that incomplete or falsified records don't just pose legal risks, they can also undermine careers built on trust. For Wayne, this was a costly lesson in how fragile that trust can be, even after decades of experience. The Pierce Arrow dispute was more than just a legal headache. It exposed the delicate framework that holds the classic car world together, one that depends not just on craftsmanship and knowledge but on thorough documentation. While the Pierce Arrow lawsuit brought significant media attention and legal pressure on Wayne, it wasn't the only controversy tied to his business dealings. Another dispute had surfaced. This time it involved a high-end sale through his company F40 Motorsports. The incident raised serious questions about the company's customer service standards and communication practices. The issue centered around selling a 2007 Lamborghini Gallardo, which had been advertised with a rare and highly coveted luxury luggage package valued at an estimated $8,800. The luggage was a key selling point for the buyer, who was eager to finalize the purchase with the understanding that it would be included. However, when the car was delivered, the buyer discovered that the exclusive luggage set and the car's spare key were missing. What followed was a drawn-out series of communications between the buyer and F40 Motorsports. According to posts on Lamborghini Talk, an online automotive forum where the buyer shared their experience, the company's responses were inconsistent and delayed. Promises to resolve the matter reportedly went unfulfilled for weeks, fueling the buyer's frustration. Ultimately, after growing tired of what they described as inadequate customer service, the buyer initiated legal action. The dispute was eventually settled out of court. The buyer received the missing luggage package and spare key via FedEx, but the lengthy and difficult resolution process left a negative impression, despite Wayne reportedly stepping in personally to help settle the issue. The damage to the client relationship and to F40 Motorsports' reputation was already done. Though this case didn't receive the same level of public attention as the Pierce Arrow lawsuit, it still cast a shadow over Wayne's business practices. It served as a cautionary tale about the importance of clear communication, accurate advertising, and responsive customer service, especially in the luxury and collector car market, where clients expect perfection and accountability. More broadly, the incident illustrates the reputational risks faced by high-end dealers. Trust and transparency are crucial in a market where 6- and 7-figure transactions are often based on a handshake and a promise. Even a relatively minor oversight, like a missing accessory, can quickly escalate into a legal and PR crisis, if not handled with professionalism and urgency. This case is a clear example of how transactions that might seem straightforward on the surface can quickly escalate into serious reputational risks, especially in the high-stakes world of luxury and collector car sales. The legal challenges and disputes that Wayne became involved in had far-reaching consequences that extended well beyond the financial strain on his business. While the monetary impact was significant, affecting operations, partnerships, and future opportunities, the damage went deeper, striking at the heart of something even more vital: his reputation. For years, Wayne had built a name for himself, based on trust, integrity, and professionalism within the classic car community and beyond. His reputation wasn't just a personal asset, but the foundation upon which much of his career and success had been built. As news of the legal issues spread, it threatened to destroy the public confidence and industry respect that had taken him decades to earn. In a field where reputation often carries as much weight as expertise, the stakes were incredibly high, and the fallout from the disputes risked undoing years of hard-earned credibility. For someone who is both a public figure and well-regarded, in the collector car community, involvement in multiple lawsuits, even when there is no proven wrongdoing, can create doubt and mistrust among collectors, clients, and fans. Although Wayne acted in good faith, the controversy surrounding the ownership verification process sparked considerable discussion and concern among enthusiasts and collectors. This mistrust is enough to affect business, as buyers often prioritize dealers known for impeccable integrity. The dispute revealed underlying issues within Wayne's company, particularly in its customer service operations. Some dissatisfied buyers began sharing their concerns in online forums and review sites, pointing to communication problems and occasional small mistakes made by the staff. One anonymous former client, writing on a prominent collector car forum, described F40 Motorsports as trustworthy but overwhelmed. While making errors that were minor, they were symptomatic of a business struggling to keep pace with the demands of operating at the top tier of the automotive world. Importantly, this criticism wasn't an indictment of Wayne's character, but rather a reflection of the growing pains experienced by a company attempting to scale in a highly competitive market. The high-profile nature of the lawsuits, although receiving less media attention compared to other celebrity scandals, still had an impact. Trust is especially fragile in a niche market like the classic car industry, where reputation is everything. For Wayne, maintaining his credibility meant not only addressing controversies and legal disputes directly, but also putting stronger safeguards in place to prevent similar issues in the future. Wayne's challenges forced him to critically evaluate and adjust how his companies conducted their business. This period served as a clear reminder that any mistake could quickly damage trust, the cornerstone of the collector car market. Although Wayne and F40 Motorsports eventually resolved the disputes, the lingering doubts among some clients highlighted just how high the stakes are when trust underpins an entire industry. The controversies and lawsuits surrounding Wayne were a wake-up call for him and many others in the classic car community. While legal issues are not uncommon in this world, where ownership histories often span decades and involve multiple owners, the extensive attention given to Wayne's cases exposed vulnerabilities that even well-established, trusted names are not immune to. An automotive legal expert pointed out that disputes like these emphasize the critical importance of conducting thorough title searches, maintaining clear communication between buyers and sellers, and ensuring airtight documentation throughout vehicle transactions. Wayne's recent difficulties serve as a prime example of this reality. Despite his extensive experience and professionalism, he encountered issues that revealed how even experts can miss potential red flags when relying solely on the paperwork provided. Wayne's journey from a passionate car enthusiast in his father's garage to a renowned figure in the collector car world is a testament to his dedication, skill, and love for automotive history. Over the decades, he built a reputation not only as a master restorer, but as a trusted name in a niche market where relationships and authenticity are everything. However, as his story reveals, even the most respected professionals are not immune to the vulnerabilities of an industry built on trust and complex documentation. The legal disputes and controversies surrounding Wayne, particularly the Pierce Arrow lawsuit and the Lamborghini luggage case, served as stark reminders that a single misstep or even an unintentional association with wrongdoing can have far-reaching effects. Rather than letting these controversies define him, Wayne appears determined to let them refine him. His actions in response to these challenges, tightening documentation standards, proactively addressing customer concerns, and speaking openly about the lessons learned, reflect a man who understands the weight of reputation and the responsibility that comes with leadership in a high-stakes industry. In the end, Wayne's story is more than just a cautionary tale. It's also a narrative of resilience and adaptation. He is now trying to ensure his legacy is not destroyed.